na. Dapat Tagum radyo eskwela na. Na 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 na. Dapat Tagum radyo eskwela na.
Hello, 7th graders. This is TV High, welcoming you to Mathematics 7. We are glad to be with you in this new normal journey of schooling through a radio broadcast. I am your radio host, Princess Clarice Joy Saludes from Tagum City National High School. Our topic for today will be Introduction to Sets. This topic will be brought to us by our radio teacher, Rodeline Y. Quamag from Tagum City National High School.
Hello dear students, I hope you are all safe while listening to our program. Now that you are settled in your homes, I want you to bring out your pens and your notebooks and also your learning materials, especially your Math 7, Quarter 1, Module 1, and Lesson 1. Let us discuss today Introduction to Sets. Let us hear our objectives for today. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to define and describe well-defined sets, subsets, universal sets, null or empty sets, and the cardinality of sets. The purpose of sets is to house a collection of related objects. They are important everywhere in math because every field of math uses or refers to sets in some way. They are important for building more complex mathematical structure. Now, before we start our lesson, let us perform an activity. I have 2 questions for you to answer. Let's start with question number 1. Tell if it is a null set or not. Number 1, the set of vowels in the word rhythm. Again, the set of vowels in the word rhythm. The correct answer is yes, it is a null set. Question number 2. What is the cardinality of set P? If P is the set of counting numbers from 1 to 10. Again, what is the cardinality of set P if P is the set of counting numbers from 1 to 10? The correct answer is N, open parenthesis, capital letter P, to stand for set P, close parenthesis, equals 10. Or, the cardinality of set P is 10. Now, let's proceed to our lesson of the day. Let us first define set and other basic terms. Set is a well-defined collection of things, objects, or symbols called elements that share a common characteristic. Well-defined means the common property or trait that is clearly described so that the description must only refer to one and the same set of groups. Let's proceed to examples of well-defined sets. Number 1, the set of provinces in Davao region. What makes it well-defined? The set of provinces in Davao region is a well-defined set because it is referring to specific provinces in Davao region. Number 2, the set of odd numbers from 11 to 20. What makes it well-defined set? Because we can easily identify the elements of odd numbers from 11 to 20. That is 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. Let's proceed to element. Every object or thing in the set is called element or member of a set. The letter E-like symbol denotes is an element of, or is a member of, or belongs to E. However, the letter E-like symbol with a slash in it denotes is not an element of, or is not a member of, or does not belong to. Let us have example. Set A has elements G, R, A, D, E, S, V, and N. I repeat, set A has elements G, R, A, D, E, S, V, and N. Now, small letter E is an element of A because it is in the set. Small letter F is not an element of set A because it cannot be found in the list of elements. Now, let's talk about how to name a set. A set is represented by a capital letter. The small letters, numbers, words, or representations of the members of a given set is called elements. These elements are enclosed by braces, open brace, then close brace, and separated by commas. Now again, set is a well-defined collection of things, objects, or symbols called elements that share a common characteristic. How do we describe a set? We have methods to describe a set. Let's start with the first method. It is called the roster method or the tabular method. In roster method, each distinct element is listed only once, and the order of listing the elements does not matter. For example, set A has elements 1, 2, 3, and 4. Set B has elements A, B, C, and D. The three dots before, between, or after the members of the given set is called ellipses. It is commonly used to indicate that a set is infinite, or if it is placed in the middle or in between of elements, it indicates that there are still elements in between. For example, set C has elements 5, 10, 15, and you have there the three dots or the ellipses. It simply means and so on. Next is set D. It has elements A, B, C, then the three dots or the ellipses towards Y and Z. It means between C until Y, there are still letters. Now, what do we mean by distinct element? Distinct element means unique elements or has no duplicate elements. That means when you list the elements, it can only be listed once. Let's proceed to the second way of describing a set. It is called the rule method or the set builder notation. Rule method lists the rules that determine whether an object is an element of the set rather than the actual elements. And in the rule method, you can see a bar, a vertical bar, after the first X, and it is translated as such that. For example, set A equals open brace, X, then the bar, then X is a counting number less than 5, then close parenthesis. How do you read that properly? It is read as set A is composed of elements of X such that X is a counting number less than 5. Now let's proceed to subset. What is a subset? By definition, set A is said to be a subset of B if all elements of set A are also present in set B. In symbol, it is denoted by C-like symbol with underscore under it, and it is being read as is a subset of. For example, A is a subset of B. Given set A with elements 1, 3, and 9, and set B with elements 1 and 3, B is a subset of A because all elements of B are found or present in set A. So in notation, we write B, then you have the C-like symbol with underscore, and then capital letter A, read as B is a subset of A. Now let's know what universal set is all about. By definition, universal set is a set that contains all elements or objects of other sets, including its elements. By symbol, it is denoted with capital letter U. For example, you are given 3 sets and you are to find its universal set. Okay, set A has elements 1, 3, 6, and 8. While set B has elements 2, 3, 4, and 5. And set C has elements 5, 8, and 9. Now, what's the universal set? So combining all the elements of A, B, and C, therefore we say that the universal set is U equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Did you know that a set can be a null set? Yes, you heard it right. Now let's know what is a null or empty set. By definition, a null or empty set is a set with no elements or members. In symbol, it is denoted by open brace, then close brace, or a zero-like figure with a slash in it. Have you ever seen a dog with 6 legs? So therefore, the set of dogs with 6 legs is an example of a null set or empty set. Now let's proceed to cardinality of a set. What is it all about? By definition, cardinality of a set refers to the number of distinct elements in a finite set. In symbol, it is written as, if we refer to set A, you have small letter n, open parenthesis, capital letter A, then close parenthesis. That means the number of elements of set A. For example, we are given set A with elements 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. How many elements are there? Yes, very good. There are 5 elements. So therefore, the cardinality of set A is equal to 5. Written in the manner small letter n, open parenthesis, capital letter A, close parenthesis, equals 5. Did you get it? Very good. Now let's proceed to example number 1. The instruction says, write the given using roster method and determine the cardinality of the set. So the given set says, C is the set of months starting with letter J. Okay, so roster method, we are going to list down the elements. So what are the elements of set C? The months that starts with letter J, and these are January, June, and July. Now let's proceed to cardinality of set C. How many elements are there? Very good. There are 3 elements. So therefore, you have to write n, open parenthesis, capital letter C, close parenthesis, equals 3. Or the cardinality of set C is 3. Very good. Let's proceed now to example number 2. It says, write the given using the rule method. The given set is B is the set of odd numbers from 11 to 20. I repeat, set B is the set of odd numbers from 11 to 20. So how do we write it using rule method? We write it this way. B equals open brace, small letter x, the vertical bar, small letter X, then the rule is an odd number from 11 to 20. Now, what about its cardinality of set B? Or how many elements are there in set B? Remember, we're talking about odd numbers from 11 to 20. And these are 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. How many are those? Very good. There are 5 elements. Therefore, the cardinality of set B is 5. Now let's recall all that we have discussed so that you cannot forget all of them. Let's start with set. Again, it is a well-defined collection of things, objects, or symbols called elements that share a common characteristic. Another term is the roster or the tabular method. Remember the cue in here? Elements are being listed. Next, we have the rule method or the set builder notation. Remember in here, it used rule to describe the elements in the set. And the last one, we have the cardinality of a set. It refers to the number of distinct elements in a finite set, or count the number of elements. And that wraps up our session for today. Dear students, please get now your quiz paper and your pen. Are you ready? Okay. So, question number 1. How many elements are there in the word pandemic? I repeat, how many elements are there in the word pandemic? The correct answer is 8. Did you get it right? Good. Let's proceed to question number 2. Find the universal set if set P has elements red, orange, and yellow, while set Q has elements green, blue, indigo, and violet. I repeat, find the universal set if set P has elements red, orange, and yellow, while set Q has elements green, blue, indigo, and violet. Your time starts now. Time's up. What's your answer? The correct answer is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, or otherwise known as the colors of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv. Let's proceed to the last question. Question number 3. Which of the following is not a subset of A if set A has elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? I repeat, which of the following is not a subset of A if set A has elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? Letter A, empty set. Letter B, 0. Letter C, 1 and 2. And letter D, 1, 2, and 3. Time's up. What's the answer? The correct answer is letter B, 0, because 0 is not an element of set A with elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now for your assignment, I want you to answer Let Us Enhance on page 8 of your Math 7 module, Module 1, Quarter 1, Lesson 1. That ends for today. Keep safe and God bless, dear students.
Thank you, Teacher Rodelyn. That ends our topic for today. For you to understand our topic further, you may also do an advanced study of your topic to prepare yourself on your next lesson. Please make sure to be with us next session. This has been your radio host, Princess Clarice Joy Saludes. Keep safe, everyone.
Na 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 na. Tagum, radyo eskwela na. Na 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 na. Tagum, radyo eskwela na. Halika na at makinig sa mga aral naming hatid. Saang sulok ka man kapatid, aabutin ka ng aming tinig.
Walang araw na sasayangin